you were talking about how you were on your path, I guess you would say, like when we were talking about just different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been on a journey, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
A walk with a relationship with Christ, is how I would put it. So the last time we talked, months ago, going through some divorce stuff, figuring all that stuff out. Just going through a not great time in life, and so I found myself asking a lot of questions, and not even really knowing where I was in life, and so I went to I started talking to some friends, and but I wasn't really satisfied with their answers to the questions I had about life, about suffering, and like some of the trials and tribulations of life and whatnot. And so I wasn't really satisfied with the answers. It was what it was, and I just kind of moved on a little bit. And then my buddy that I work with was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to this men's group that meets on Wednesday nights. Do you want to go with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever, sure, I'll give it a shot." And so I started going. We started reading this book. It's called Heart of a Warrior. And it's basically just about the journey of men's hearts and trying to, be better men and having a better relationship with Christ. And how to further expand that, how to treat women, how to handle things better. So,
Was that the shortest chapter of the book?
what?
How to treat women.
I got the book in the car.
Who wrote the book?
Oh gosh.
Was it written by a man?
Michael something. Yeah, it was written by
Oh,
a
good.
dude. It was written by a dude.
100 Ways to Make Your Man Happy, written
Oh,
by
God,
some
okay.
woman.
Yeah. No,
Bullshit.
so it was. I mean, there was a chapter on that. I don't know how long it was. See, the way it works out is like each week there's like sections in each chapter, and so basically like sometimes we'll only get we'll read the chapter out loud or the section out loud, and then we'll go over like what sticks out to you and whatnot. And then sometimes we only get through like a couple sections at a time. So like we don't even get through like a chapter or whatever every week. But anyway, so I started showing up every week and hanging out with those guys, reading through this book. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start going to church every Sunday. So I started going every Sunday and just like trying to be more intentional and put in more effort into it, my relationship with God.
Good.
And so that's become a part of my staple. So Wednesday nights I don't do anything. I make sure that I'm at men's group every Wednesday night, and then Sundays, I'm in church. And previously, so I went to private school for high school, and I went to a private Christian school. So that's kind of what turned me off to it a lot.
Understood.
Just having actual religion shoved down my throat. I didn't really appreciate going and listening to sermons as much, just because we had to take what was called a Bible class, and so in Bible class we had to take notes on the sermon, and it was required for a grade. So that kind of turned me off a little bit.
Yeah.
I was never really into the whole worship thing and singing music and stuff.
Understood.
But I've found a new appreciation, and then that's something that I do now that I've gotten further down this walk. So just a mindset change, and I don't know the exact verse word for word in the Bible, but there's a verse about knock and I will answer, and just basically about looking for answers and having questions. And I had one friend that was a pastor. He's like, it's okay if you question God, like that's normal, that's okay. And so I had a lot of questions, and now recently, now that I've invested and gotten back into pursuing that relationship with Christ, I've gotten more answers to the questions that I was looking for the entire time.
Yep.
And then just having a complete mindset change of how I view life and how I view suffering and the bad things that happen to people. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. But
Good, man.
total mindset change about things has been nice. So
That's
Good.
amazing.
When we filmed last time, was that before I did all the stuff I did last summer?
It was in the middle because we filmed around, I think, October, November, I think.
Okay, well,
It's a give take.
since we filmed,
Maybe August, September.
something like that.
I don't like going to church for the same reasons you just said.
Yeah.
I do have an appreciation for it. I used to play music in a church,
Nice.
which was the church that my grandparents built.
Nice.
And after they passed away, I just didn't want to go to church anymore. And then I went to a Southern Baptist private college.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
It was an education, right?
it was an education.
And it was in state.
I
Just being out of state costing more.
I truly enjoyed my time at Georgetown College. I just having Bible class, which I enjoyed, going to that. When you start asking questions and stuff like that, people who attend a Southern private Baptist college don't tend to like when you start asking questions.
Asking questions, yeah.
Like, hey, wait a minute, like. You can't ask that. That's blasphemy. Like,
Right, yeah.
how dare you?
How
Like,
dare
well,
you
hold on
question
now.
God? Yeah.
Let's use our brains a little bit. And like, you're supposed to do this, right?
Correct.
And no. And that's around the time that I was like, okay, I'm pretty much done with this.
Yeah.
That does not mean that I don't need to believe in Jesus and all those things. It just means that I don't have a place where I want to go, kind of
Right.
thing, And so since we filmed, I actually started going to a Baptist church in the middle of the country, and it's a different appreciation because, like, when they're playing their music and stuff like that, they have some very good musicians,
Yeah.
and in all honesty, I just stand there and watch what they're doing and like listen to the music and like how it sounds and how good it is. And like there are times when they're just hitting and I'm like, yes, like yes. And yeah, and the preacher there, he's around my age. So like we kind of get it.
Yeah.
And not only does he teach me about things, I also have my times where I teach him about things, like
Sure.
like he'll be talking up and going through his thing, and sometimes like so then I got baptized. I don't know if
We filmed after that.
so
Yeah.
when I
It was
talk,
like shortly after that.
oh, okay, yeah. So I went and got baptized in the Ohio River because that's how Kentucky and Cincinnati I am.
Yeah.
I said I would. Anyways,
Yes, he did.
and I came out with a Bengals towel.
Heck yeah.
So please win. Please win.
Something.
But ever since then, man, now if I was to say like, oh, it's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Yes, but the path along the way, is like, dang.
Yeah.
And it's just because it's like bringing awareness and clarity to you.
Sure.
And it's like, oh,
I feel like especially as men that, that's the route that we have to go,
it is.
unfortunately.
And like I said this to Dakota, I was like, do you really think that if God gave you a good life, you would be happy? If you didn't have to work for a damn thing,
Sure, but I wouldn't be humble. I would have never been humbled to the point where I would have, came back and started chasing him, because he's always chasing us. So, and in our hearts. So for me, and I feel like a lot of times as men, we got to be humbled down to like nothing to be able to even accept that kind of
Appreciation.
that kind of love or appreciation
Yep.
at all. Yeah,
Yep.
for what he sent his son to do for us.
Mm-hmm.
Now that doesn't mean that I'm not kicking like a little screaming toddler, and because I'm a stubborn ass.
Sure.
It's an understatement.
So of course God has to kick my ass pretty hard, you know. Like,
Right.
like I'm just going to be honest. Like God has said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Tried to snip at me the other day when I didn't speak up about something, and I was like, God told me not to talk, and he goes, more fucking lessons.
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Always that.
Like, we're a family friendly.
Family-friendly podcast.
Family-friendly podcast. The next 30 seconds, if I actually have told you some of the conversations I have had with God, would just be about 30 or 40 seconds of like.
Show you the text message he sent me the other day when we were talking about prayer and what he wanted me to pray to Jesus or pray to God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, that's it. I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like beeping the episode that much.
Yeah.